are never getting a Bloodborne remake. But first and foremost, hit that follow button and I'll tell you more about it. We just had a huge chunk of information come out from an independent journalist who was interviewing some of the employees from Bluepoint Studios and asking them what went on throughout the 5 years that they were bought by Sony. One of the big factors that hurt Bluepoint Studios the most was that they were a smaller studio. They only had like 40 regular employees, so a lot of these deadlines that they were trying to hit for these products that Sony was asking for, they just couldn't keep up with it. They couldn't get their demands done. And some of these projects was a live service God of War game. They weren't allowed to use Kratos though, because using that license would be too damn expensive for reasons unknown. Let's just start from the beginning, though. Sony was already pretty upset that the Shadow of the Colossus remake really didn't make as much money as they wanted them to make. The creator was totally cool with it, though, that it didn't do as good. And then going into the Demon's Souls remake, they also said that they didn't make enough money and that they were happy with the product, but it just, remakes weren't the thing that was bringing in the money. But you know what was? Live service games. So they put them on a live service God of War, and they weren't allowed to use Kratos because that license is too expensive for some reason. So they had to go and now work on that. Couldn't hit those deadlines, ended up scrapping that whole project, but then they came back and they actually talked to Sony about a Jak and Daxter remake. Son of a if I had a remake of Jak and Daxter, be so happy. Be so happy. But there was a bunch of other games as well that they said, hey, we want to remake these, but no. And then talking about Bloodborne, they said that they actually were excited to do something like this, but there was too many politics behind it. They just said, don't be optimistic for a remake. It is just so messy in that department for Bloodborne that you shouldn't be expecting anything from it. They even tried to go for that, but unfortunately, Sony From Software, they were booting heads and they had to go to another project. And then come 2025, once again, they couldn't hit their deadlines, and 2026 comes with the closure of Bluepoint Studios. Honestly, it's really sad to see such a successful and really talented group of individuals just lose it all under a new leadership who just really didn't give them a direction that they felt comfortable with. Every single project they just kept on bringing up that they just felt like it was out of their ballpark. It's not what they were meant to do. They're good at remakes, reimagining things, and making it for current day. And unfortunately, Sony didn't see the big bucks in that. But tell me in the comment section down below, what do you think of a live service God of War game? Do you think it would have been a good idea? Terrible idea? Terrible. Press that follow button.